all of Europe is the way it is now, because that was not originally their continent. But guess what? They run it now. They kicked out all the black folks. Like they have multiple inquisitions. I mean, they'll do it all over the world. They trying to do it to the motherland right now.
They're doing it.
There's certain places they've already done it. Look at South Africa. I'm gonna give that as an example. Mandela, who sold his people out, he's about to die now. I thought he was already dead, but anyway. So people get the hell out of it. They're doing it all over again, and now Europeans are going into Africa and they're trying to claim to be African. I mean, I even had a teacher's aide that was born in the Ivory Coast who considers himself African, and it's like, you're white. How could you be African? You know, because he was born there. Now he's claiming that that's who he is now, and this is what they do. And it's like, and people want to sit there and talk about their Holocaust, the so-called pink Holocaust. That was minor league, and then we find out that their own people funded it. I mean, so we can't sit there and forget what we're really against, and all these kumbaya singers and then talk about some inclusion. It's like, me and some brothers had to talk about this earlier. Never in nature do they let the weak survive. They are the weakest of the weak, and we let them survive. What's going on? That's not the natural way. I mean,
we help them survive.
They are disease. They are a disease. They're not diseased. They are a disease. Right?
Right.
I mean, so that's it. So, I mean, and if we ever want to get healthy, if we want this earth to be healthy again, I mean, we have to eliminate all disease, and that's final. I mean, that's all I'll say.
That's how they do it in the body. Wow. Those of you who just joining us, hey, this is Wake the Hell Up Wednesday. I'm waking it up now. At first I was kind of dragging and shit, but I'm getting it together here. And just know that we're here every week, so make sure you join us every week, 8 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. The call-in number is 646-716-7572. I see y'all holding on. You know, just hang on, because we're going to get to you, but we're trying to get our stories out before we bring you in with what you have, okay? And so you have myself, Empress T, you have Dr. Yasser Bay, you have KJ, Kenya Jones, a.k.a. KJ, and you also have the king, the only king we got on the phone right now. Hope some men call in, y'all. Will Justice is here with us, too, at the round table. So, Kenya, do you have any stories, too? Did you bring us a story? Is it my turn? Whose turn is it? I kind of forgot whose turn it was. Yeah.
I haven't went yet, but there's a lot going on in the news. For those of you who are familiar with, I think this happened, about a month and a half ago, early May, when Assata Shakur was put on the FBI list, I guess the most wanted list, whatever. Yes, and a $2 million bounty you put on her head, like they doubled it. Okay, This is the thing that's going around right now is a lot of people are saying that, remember a few months back when Jay-Z and Beyonce went to Cuba, right? For some reason, they started being investigated. They started, somewhere they got a little heat, and people didn't understand why. But everybody knows that Jay-Z, Beyonce are so highly favored by the Obamas. And word around, I don't know if it's true, y'all, the next election, Jay-Z's supposed to be running for president. That's what I heard. But this has been going around, and the story behind this whole thing is that they think that Jay-Z, when the Carters went to Cuba, they were kind of scoping out for Assata. And shortly after they left, boom, she's on they bumped her up on the list. I don't know what y'all want to say about that, what y'all got to say about that, or if y'all heard anything similar. But it kind of...
I seen on Facebook, too, but, you know, like we always say, you know, we can't believe everything we hear in the news, y'all.
Of course.
Beyonce. I know I like Beyonce, but but still they're not saying that he did anything. They're just speculating because he went over there, then he'd leave, and now boom, they after our Queen Mother.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that's, but I mean I don't really have nothing to say about it, so they haven't really said any kind of accusation. They just like speculating.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
a lot of news is speculation. Especially when it comes to celebrities.
Yeah, too, but
for the most part, a lot of it is.
Yeah. Well, at least the news will say something like, "Was allegedly someone got shot by so and so," but this is just the Carters went in and they left out, and now they're looking for their sister.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say. I don't know. What y'all think? Will and Dr. Yasser?
I'd say look at who his bedfellows is. That's straight up and down. Look who his bedfellows is. It's like, yo, he sit there and he named this shit after Rockefeller.
Yeah.
With all these different boys. Like, they have to give something. You know what I'm saying? They have to give up something. And they're going to sacrifice something. They sit there and they tell them, like, this is what we want from you. I mean, and that's what he's probably delivering. And that's really what it is, though. I mean, come on now, like Foxy Brown came out and sat there and said that he had her having sex with transsexuals and shit like that. I mean, and people don't bring that shit up. It's like, yo, and we know that the music industry is run by them. It's run by the people who are like the most perverted. They got a bunch of subliminals that they put in there. There's a lot of stuff that they do, the tones that they use, and that's a science. A lot of people don't even know you can go to school for this. It's about hypnotizing people. A lot of these tones that they're playing in this music now, it's like you don't know why. You could even hate the song, but you're like, I don't know why I keep hearing this. It doesn't fit this. And let's keep it real. They know what it is. I mean, they respected our sciences, and they just reverse it, and they use it in a certain way. And like, yes, I definitely believe that shit is true. I don't have any proof of it, but it's like, I mean, when's the last time you seen him speaking up on any black issue? Except for
I did. The one with the homo.
The Rockefeller laws. I did not hear him sit there making any noise about the Rockefeller laws. How they lock up black people at a higher level and charge them differently when they found with the same thing. I mean, it's like the different. You just change the chemical composition or something, and now it's 10 times the time. I mean, and like I said, I believe for sure he probably offered that up right there. And Assata ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? She is not stupid, and she knows that there's snakes of all kinds, and not all of them come in one color. They come in all colors.
Right.
So that's what it is, though. And this dude is probably definitely a snake, which is probably why he got such a level of prominence, because we know that if you're doing anything for black people, you become a target. I mean, and they do not want somebody who is so prominent, who is so influential on things that are going to reverse the tide of what they're doing to destroy. You know what I'm saying? Because let her get a public forum or her speaking, you know what I'm saying, on things, and then you're going to sit there and see, well, this is someone who's been through it, and someone who's recent and relevant, and they're not long gone. They're right here now in the present. I mean, and that was J. Edgar Hoover's biggest fear, is that we would have black messiahs. He even put it in that term, straight it down, black messiahs, plural. That's what his biggest fear is. So, of course, you're under attack. And just like if you want to sit there and bring it to that religious text, what they do with the Messiah? Assassinate him. So we are the Messiahs. They want us all assassinated. So believe it. Believe it. And if you got somebody running around looking like you, that don't mean that they actually represent you. Especially when their whole genre is death and destruction. You don't hear it in decadence. All you hear is materialism, and that's the tone that they want us to be marching to. I mean, had he been putting out relevant, real stuff, he would be a non-factor. I mean,
that's true.
He's playing their music, literally and figuratively. I mean, come on now. How could you not expect him to be marching by their music? Come on. It's real common sense.
Right. Dr. Yafa, did you have a story for us?
Am I still on mute, or can you hear me?
No, we hear you. We heard you breathing all the time.
No, you didn't. I'm on mute on my end too.
Oh, you are? Oh, okay. I can hear you. I can hear you. So you got a story for us, Dr. Yafa?
I did. I got to figure out what it was. I can't quite recall what it was.
I can remind you of one of them that you could probably bring to the table when you told me about the eyes. Remember?
What about an eye?
About the school scanning the eyes.
Oh,
the
yeah.
eye.
I don't quite recall the details about it. I will tell you what my nephew shared with me last night that he wanted you all to know. And I'm not sure how he found it or what made him find it, but for the listeners that live in the state of Kansas, there are apparently 12 so-called Europeans that got together and made a decision for the whole state, which is currently pending approval in the legislative process. And it's called House Bill number 2366. It's a committee on energy and environment. And they have determined that there will be no sustainability and no conservationism in Kansas. No public funds are to go to sustainability and anti-pollution and no education, no public funds, no support or anything at all on anything that has to do with preserving the environment or the world. They are making it such that no public funds or public attention or public schooling or public monies whatsoever will go anywhere towards sustaining the earth and keeping things alive or alternative energy sources or anything. They're basically an anti-life move in this bill. If you go and read it, it's off the hook. He read it to me. I'm like, wow, these people are on some whole other stuff. Like 12 people came up with this nonsense for the whole damn state of Kansas. House
Is that,
Bill
that was Kansas? You said that was in Kansas?
No, that's Kansas State.
Yeah, the state.
Yeah, so in other words, this whole attempt to recycle and the whole attempt to do alternative energy and the whole attempt to clean the environment or the attempt to conserve the earth, they ain't trying to hear it, these 12 people. And they want no effort, education, money, sources, or attention going towards that. In other words, we want to kill whatever we want to kill and the hell with everybody else. And I think they know most people don't even know this is going on.
Right, of course. That's very needed information. And, you know, those of you who are listening, you're able to call in, too, and give us information that you have happened in your neck of the woods, because it might be some stuff that we don't find on Facebook or whatever. And you can call in and talk to us about it at 646-716-7572. That's 646-716-7572. Don't forget, you got to press the number 1. Every time I do that part of the show, it just takes a lot out of me. It's like, I got to reach for air. But anyway, don't forget, you got to press the number 1 in order for me to know that you're there, and or should I say us, the two of us running the board, but for us to know that you're there and to bring you in on the call. This is Wake the Hell Up Wednesday. And while we're talking about a lot of different things here, we're just bringing up some topics and stuff, and you're able to call in also to talk about these topics. There's one that I ran across. This is actually a pink boy though, but this story reminds me of the story that we had brought either last week or the week before, or it might have been on another show. I can't even remember. Hell, but y'all remember when we talked about the little boy that the mother and father wanted him to be a girl or wear dresses and tutus?
Oh, yeah, that was on the Black Woman Saturday. Yeah.
Okay, so now here we go. With those of you all who missed it last time I brought it up, and like you said, it was a different show on Fridays, but we did a story about a young a young boy. I think he was 5 or 4 or something. I think it was 5.
Yeah, about 5. Mm-hmm.
About 5 years